Greetings, and welcome to Mike Masher, TV and Film Talk. I'm Jerome, otherwise known as Loudmouth J. I'm here with Taha, Munchkin T.
Hey guys.
I'm with Andrew, aka Virtual Dave.
Hey.
And I'm with Callum Wilson, otherwise known as
Wilson!
What's up, guys? Funny as always.
You know you loved it.
Yeah, I love it.
Alright, so let's get straight to the point. First topic, we'll talk about the Terminator trailer.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Well,
He's back!
that guy.
No.
Oh, sorry. Already on the bleep out.
Okay.
You lack faith. You need to believe in him. He's back. He's older. Grander.
He went into a chopper.
He speared the chopper. He jumped off
He
the
literally
plane.
jumped into a chopper.
He put his arms together, became aerodynamic, and speared the chopper.
It's so bad. I don't like it in any way. The only thing that I like is that Emilia Clarke's in it. That's the only reason why. And she doesn't even look that good looking in the trailer.
To be fair, I don't care about Terminator, like, in the least. I know there's a lot of people out there that really like Terminator.
Like, after Salvation, I was like, the franchise needs to, like, know that this stuff isn't happening anymore. Like, no one cares about this anymore. Like, it's not... They're only using Emilia Clarke because she's relevant. And it's just like, whatever, let's put her in a movie. Terminator needs to kind of make a comeback because, you know, other things are making comebacks now. Basically, next year looks like the year that old films genres of film franchises are coming back.
Which is essentially what this podcast is about.
It's about 3 film franchises that are coming back next year.
Yeah, but you say that, but 3 film franchises coming back. What other ones are that coming back next year?
No, there aren't. I don't know any more that are coming back. But like, there are 3 prolific film franchises. I think all from about Star Wars and all them is all from they're like 80s sort of things.
I'd say that the point here is 3 of the biggest film franchises probably in film history coming back next year.
All of which had very good, like, noteworthy, like, beginning films, like
I said, they're big movies.
Jurassic Park is like a big movie. Star Wars was a big movie, and Terminator, the first Terminator, and even the second Terminator, and that's
were big
movies.
Essentially, emphasizing the point.
They're big movies.
But I mean, you can't say that as though it's just like the one-off statement. This next year is just a year because we've already had Star Trek doing their comeback films.
But Star Trek was never a big.
No. See, what you understand is
really
Star Trek is, but the emphasis on 2015 is that it's free in one go.
It's free in one go.
Yeah, there could be more. We don't even know. They could announce something and it could be like, whoa. Yeah. Well, I doubt actually they probably announce anything this close to the year. Yeah. But this is the point here is that it's 3 big movies coming out next.
Yeah, like, the Terminator franchise is more or less they're just like, this film just looks like it's Terminator 1 and 2 mixed into one film. They've literally brought back the same robot from Terminator 2, which everyone loves. Smart liquid robot, because you know what? Yeah, it's in the future and they're sending that one back because they like that one. And then now, and the T1000 is it? I can't remember what it is.
Oh yeah,
T800 or whatever it is.
No, T800 was one to try to kill Sarah Connor. T1000 is a good guy, I think.
The robot that begins, whatever. Arnold Schwarzenegger's robot.
I'm gonna do that every time you say the guy's name.
His robot is just gonna fight a far superior robot, and this time it's the same liquid one from T Judgment Day.
Technically, no.
What? Because it's
Point
Asian.
number first.
because I mean, one, what they're doing by bringing Terminator 1, Terminator 2 together, bringing that to make a new movie, that in itself is a very smart thing to do, because that's exactly what they did with Star Trek, where they brought in a whole new kind of, like, they made like a whole new kind of timeline while still kind of keeping the good parts of the old timeline intact, which is good, because in a way where they said that, like when they sent like what's his face back in time, then immediately John Connor says, "Oh, my mom was vulnerable at that time," but this in the normal storyline is after T800 almost kills her, so she's an absolute wreck. And that's like before
it's supposed to be the timeline is what's happened from what I can gather from the trailer. It's supposed to be Terminator 1. Like, it's the same guy. It's his dad. He sent his dad back in time to save his mum. It's his dad. They sent back the guy in the trailer that goes back in time is his dad.
It's whose dad?
It's John Connor's dad. And he knows it's his dad. He sent him back in time. He said that she'll be with him. And then the whole idea is that the future's changed. The timeline, she even says it, the future's changed. That's already happened. They've already dealt with that one. That guy's already, the T-800 whatever, the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, has already come back. And they've dealt with him because old Arnold Schwarzenegger has been there for years and aged and beats him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At the point in the time they sent him to, this is basically after the first one dies.
Yeah, because they've already done that, but it's the idea that he doesn't realise that that's what's happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It introduces a whole new look at that story.
It's a different timeline completely.
Yeah, that's what makes it refreshing, because it's the way that they're bringing back the best parts of the Terminator franchise, 1 and 2, but reimagining it in a way that keeps the good bits and kind of shoos away the disgrace that was Terminator Salvation.
Well, Terminator 3 isn't all that either.
It's not. Okay, it's subpar, but Salvation. Why was Bale there? All we know about that film is Christian Bale yelling at someone offset because he got so angry and he doesn't like. We're done professionally, man. Like, that's all you really remember from it. Come on.
Actually, that's why I'm looking forward to this new film, because I want to see what the future's going to be like, and hopefully it's going to be like Terminator 2's future. What they thought the future was going to be like is going to be darker and edgier and more sci-fi. Like, you know,
it looks already more like not like a weird desert land.
Yeah, like
that it was in Terminator Salvation. It looks like the same future that they're in. Even like the evil Tiffy robot that is all like firing like 80s style bullets that are neon as hell.
That's what we wanted.
Yeah,
you know?
True. But I mean,
he's not firing like red bullets. They're pink because it's so 80s.
I mean, to be honest, the color doesn't matter if it's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, oh no, a red bullet. I prefer yellow. I mean, oh my god, it's not my
you know
summer
what I mean?
color.
Like the robot is designed. Even the aesthetic of the whole movie looks very much more like it's the 80s. You know, the 80s future that they designed, rather than the nuclear apocalypse wasteland one that they had in Salvation.
What I want to ask is, because I haven't seen, I don't think I probably watched any Terminator movie, so I don't know much about it. That's why I'm kind of just letting you guys talk it out. Right. What I want to ask is, would you say like, was it Salvation?
Yeah.
That future doesn't. Are you saying that it doesn't look anything like this? What we're seeing in the trailer.
Yeah, it doesn't look anything like it.
Like at all.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
like basically, T1, 2, and 3 spoke of a future where it's scorched out sky because the machines are basically destroying everybody. Like almost like the way it's like like when Morpheus and Emma were in the real one.
The Matrix.
I was actually thinking of that.
Yeah. So it's like
I was about to go do it because your film's confused.
But like no, but it's the same kind of it's the same picture
premise,
painted. I mean, hell, even in Terminator 2, where like Sarah Connor has this weird vision where she's a nuclear blast go off and she's getting like melted off the damn cage. And I mean, like, how did you go from that to a really nice scenic landscape?
It kind of looks like they filmed all of it in like Nevada. It doesn't look like it's a. It doesn't look. It looks like it looks like the cliched like Fallout version of the future. It doesn't look like a. It doesn't really look like there's really a human resistance.
Like the whole world's just essentially a wasteland.
Yeah.
In result to the, what was it, like it's supposed to be like a nuclear.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be like a sort of very 80s, very like piles of bones, or sort of
type stuff.
Like very futuristic in the sense that it doesn't like the future in Salvation just looks like everything's underground, and it is very underground in the future anyway. But it doesn't look like they'd ever go out and openly fight these robots
on a hoverbike.
Yeah, they wouldn't. But in the Terminator 2 future that you see and all that stuff and all that, you see them openly fighting and they're getting their asses kicked, but they are openly fighting with the robots. Whereas in Salvation, they're just full on like, no robots, please don't hurt us.
It's like, it was the other thing, though, there was hardly any like robot army as such in Salvation. There was barely any robots in Salvation.
It was kind of like they could, it was kind of not a really good.
It was such an open landscape. I half expected like half of the Autobots to show up with the gloss on the windscreen. And like, hang on, Sam. Like, you see that wide open spread. Like, so when does Prime show up and like punch him in the face with like his knuckle duster?
Like they're not. Salvation, you can see what they're trying to do. They're kind of trying. I think they're going down the whole Days of Future Past route where they're trying to make it look like Salvation never really happened.
And it could work.
Yeah.
It could very well work.
Because like they're just like, oh, that never happened. Like,
was it such a bad film?
oh, it's not a good film.
Just at
Like
all.
it makes Terminator 3 look like a masterpiece.
Yeah, like
Is Terminator 3?
No, Terminator 3 is a
think about Terminator 1, yeah, setting a really cool bar about an idea of a future where it's robots like getting sentient and murk humans.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie, really like crazy idea that how people thinking. Then Terminator 2 comes out and that's a sequel that kicks the bar so high you can't see it. Terminator 3 comes out now and they try to jump. They get good distance on the height, but it's like
they never really touched the greatness of it because their robot isn't really that interesting or that thing. It's just this sort of.
They went for the femme fatale.
They went for the femme fatale robot, and it was just very non. And then like the future, the whole way it comes about is a bit like, oh okay, this happens.
Not even that. At the end of Terminator 3, it seemed like because after Terminator 1 and 2, it was meant to be an idea that no matter what happens in that movie, it's still a case of passing the baton on to what happens in the future. So it's a case where, yeah, this massive action scene happened. So many things set the balls rolling. But the future, like, this happens.
It's like, it's the whole idea that no matter what happens, Judgment Day will happen.
Yeah,
like, they keep thinking that they've stopped it and they never do stop it. And that's what Salvation's supposed to be. Salvation's supposed to be after, like, oh, Judgment Day's happened and we're getting over the fact that we're trying to stop it. We're dealing with the fact that it's happened. And then no one likes that because there's no like Terminator going back in time trying to kill anyone vibe to it. Whereas this now looks like they've just gone, okay, let's go back and do that. Because like let's go back and do that because it clearly didn't work.
Guys, I think we messed up.
We messed up. Let's don't break the formula. Let's go back. But this time we'll add the idea again that we can stop Judgment Day because you know damn sure they don't stop Judgment Day.
It's like we have a film called Terminator with no termination going on.
I just imagine like this image of the director of just leaving the room right after Salvation, thinking they did a good job, and then he's turned. There's a fan there, just goes no, and they just walk back inside and goes, guys, let's fix it. We gotta fix it.
Not even that. They leave. Like the writer leaves the room, turns the corner, short thing because they're like, turn back if you want to live. Write it again. How good script writing? I want to see actual plot progression.
Yeah. Like, I don't have much hope for the film. It will be a good film.
What, this new one?
The new one will be a film that will probably get received reasonably well. I don't think it's going to be Judgment Day material.
I think it will be. I'm going to give it I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to keep.
That's because you like Emilia Clarke.
No. Emilia Clarke being a wonderful, beautiful human being.
She's Daenerys from Game of Thrones.
It's good.
Unfortunately, our virtual Dave doesn't really know about Game of Thrones all that much.
You don't really need to know. She's a good-looking woman. That's all you need to know.
That's another discussion for another podcast about why you haven't seen Game of Thrones. You will watch Game of Thrones.
I've got it. I'm gonna watch it over Christmas. Don't worry.
You're gonna watch it over Christmas. This is one of those feel-good ones that you watch in Christmas.
You have a bad Christmas.
It is.
Okay.
So many people.
Boxing Day is gonna be the biggest hangover. You said that.
It's gonna be a decent film. I don't think it's gonna be an amazing film that knocks our socks off. I think it's gonna be stuff that we've seen before.
In all honesty, and like my opinion, as someone who's looking at with an open mind, as someone who hasn't really watched any Terminator films properly, I look at it and I just think this looks like it could be okay.
Looks like an action film.
Yeah. It looks okay. It looks alright. It looks like the trailer builds up to that bit where I think they shoot the truck and it flips over. Like it was supposed to be a big thing. It's like, wow, another truck flipping over. Haven't seen that before.
No, but it's not a truck. It's a bus.
Yeah, it was a bus.
Oh, was it a bus?
But no one's in it. And the Terminator.
Oh god!
So they might not survive, but they're the main character.
Because you know what they're gonna do again? They're gonna do a big scene where Arnold Schwarzenegger gets in a car and drives down a busy road whilst getting chased by a Terminator.
No, he's going to get on a motorcycle and pull out his shotgun from his thigh muscle. Wow. And shoot the Asian guy in the face.
Yeah.
Because he's Schwarzenegger. Wow.
That's all the film's
He
gonna
ends
be.
every sentence with "ow."
No, I want to see him fight himself. I want to see when he fights
I
the
think,
other.
I think there is a scene in the trailer where you see him standing across. You see like his what looks like a badly CGI'd younger version of him.
That's the same one from Salvation. I
say
swear, it's the younger one from Salvation.
There's a younger one from Salvation.
I wouldn't say it looks bad.
Yeah.
I think we keep throwing around this thing where any CG that we see in a film, we
I
go, that's bad CG. It's not bad CG.
It's like,
the only reason we notice
can you
is
do
because
it?
we watch
Can
We are animation students.
It's like,
We can't do this.
Not even that. We only like we say it's bad because we quickly notice it because we know CG.
Exactly.
I think
audiences are too sophisticated.
Did you think it would delve into the whole uncanny valley thing? Did you just think like that ain't real?
Not even that. I don't expect it to look real. It's a robot.
Yeah.
It's meant to be uncanny valley. You're meant to be unsettled by the fact that it's basically a 7-foot hench Mr. Universe looking Arnold Schwarzenegger. Who's naked. Standing in front of an order. What we know as Terminator 2 and Terminator 1. So it's a case where he's not meant to look real. He's meant to look as the younger, newer model. So he's going to have that weird, unsettling gloss over him. Not to mention he looks fresh out the damn pod. But he's still got smoke around him in that clip in the video.
Yeah, it looks like what that looks like. What it looks like is going to happen is he's going to turn up. It looks like a flashback scene from what I can tell. It looks like the robot's going to turn up and he's going to be like, "I've been expecting you. Boom, you're dead," and then move on to the next one. It's going to be like maybe a mini fight scene, but he's not going to like go ape shit and start doing stuff. It's just going to be like, I know how to deal with you because I am you. You're dead. Bam. Move on to new Liquid Terminator.
Who does look very cool, by the way.
Looks like the Liquid Terminator.
I don't think we've seen like the things with trailers. I know this is a bit odd talking about this right now. That's pretty much what our entire podcast revolves around. But we're probably judging a bit too soon.
Yeah, we are. We are.
How good it is. Like,
I think this one is one of the few trailers that are the ones that we're going to talk about that show quite a few bits of the movie. Yeah. Whereas I think the Jurassic World one and especially the Star Wars one,
it's a teaser trailer.
They're teasers.
Yeah.
They don't show a lot of what's going on, sort of thing. Whereas the Genisys trailer is full on, just like, look at this, it's all over the place, Terminator chasing, blah blah blah. Whereas they don't do that in the other ones.
But then again, with the other, like with the Terminator trailer, to be honest, I don't think it matters too much because it's Terminator, where they're going back on the old movies. So whether they showed a lot or a little, people will take it for what they've seen.
It's what we've seen. Yeah.
Like with Star Wars and with Jurassic World, they take it from a franchise and going somewhere new with it. So doing a teaser is meant to be a case where it's like, hey, look, we're doing this. Yeah. Here's 2 things that might interest you. Yeah. But you're gonna have to wait to see the rest.
I think we've talked long enough about Terminator.
Yeah.
I think we're just gonna go a lot around in circles.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Don't know enough about it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sad in saying that Andrew probably doesn't know that much about either.
Hey.
Do you know a lot about
Terminator?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Typical interested dad.
Alright, so moving on to the next trailer reaction. Jurassic World. that's great, Jerome.
Transition.
Yeah, Jurassic World. What did you guys think? We'll start with Callum because you're a talky one.
You are. Just this film.
Okay, you cannot.
I think that I know I dig a lot into films. Like I go a bit too much into like. Digging.
You're a big naysayer.
I'm not a naysayer in the sense that wait until we get to Star Wars. I have so many good things to say about Star Wars.
Okay.
Like, I don't
foreshadowing.
Yeah, I don't like this one so much because I feel like it's like, why would they make Jurassic World? That's my only qualm with this film. Why would they make the theme park?
The thing is, right?
It's clearly set in the same universe when Jurassic Park happens.
But the thing is, right? The way I like in reaction to that, I'd say that for one, they've been trying to plan out a Jurassic Park 4 film for a very long time. I have been waiting for this for a since everyone was mugging off Jurassic Park 3. I know there's a lot of people that hate it. I hate it.
Bad film.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't dignify watching it.
You know, it's an opinion. But right? I'm not trying to make anyone out there who actually liked the film feel bad. But I'd say that with this one, I'll tell you why it's a good idea that they opened the park. For one, yeah, it doesn't feel like there'd be any reason why it wouldn't, because here's the thing, with dinosaurs, they're just animals at the end of the day. They're not untamable. Yeah, we've got
the trailer clearly shows that they are tameable.
No. But the thing is, it revolves around them messing around with making the whole hybrid, and that messes everything up. I never thought it was too far fetched. Let me finish. Yeah, I would say that it's not too far fetched to say, yeah, that they wouldn't be able to look back at what happened, or what was it, Island Nublar or whatever, and say that, okay, these are the things that went wrong. How do we ensure that none of this happens again, right?
Yeah, okay. I can see that. I can see that because they did a whole thing with the basically Shamu, the giant crocodile monster thing.
That dinosaur did.
It's a sea monster.
Technicality, crocodiles are descendants of dinosaurs.
Bam.
Well, they're not descendants. They were around during dinosaurs. Therefore, they're not descendants. They're their own thing.
Yeah.
So they are dinosaurs.
They're dinosaurs.
If you want to call them dinosaurs, cool.
Yeah.
But
the thing looks like a big crocodile. I don't know what its name is. I would call it by its real name if I knew what it was.
Crocodile saw,
yeah. Okay. Him eating the shark. That's very SeaWorld, like Shamu.
Yeah.
Being all that, yeah. My thing, that's cool. That shows that they've tamed some stuff, but it doesn't really show that they've tamed some stuff. They hung a shark over a thing, and a dinosaur comes up and eats it. Is that the whole show? That's like,
I can't even.
That was brilliant.
Is that the whole show? The dinosaur comes up, eats it, goes back down. I'm pretty sure it's not in a case because it's clearly like you can see the ocean. When does it end? Can it just go out into the real world?
Well, no. I don't think it was an ocean. They don't show us it's an ocean. They show us a large body of water.
Yeah, I think
it could be a massive lake.
No, I think it's an ocean.
Have to one hell of a lake
to keep that thing in, because that thing's huge.
Yeah, but all right, let's say it's the ocean. They couldn't put some kind of a fence around.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's talk about that. Let's not talk about that.
It has to end somewhere, Jerome.
That's a whole lot of electric wire. I'm just saying.
So the dinosaur does that. My issue with the whole thing is that, like, okay, they've made slightly train it, but that dinosaur jumps up, it eats the shark and sees a load of humans. I'd be like, tasty humans, and then all he needs to do is, you clearly see that he can jump pretty high. He jumps higher than the stands.
Yeah.
Jump on the stands and eat the humans.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. Yeah, like you just said, you probably think that maybe it's just that one thing where he eats the shark. We don't know if
I'm pretty sure.
If you're saying Shamu,
I'm pretty sure it's not jumping through hoops.
All right, no, but here's the thing. If you're saying Shamu, right, type of thing, it could be a show. It could be domesticated. This is later on in the trailer when they showed the Velociraptors, clearly domesticated. They're working with them. Normally, the Velociraptors would... All right,
Hold up.
Let's save that. I think we should save that for later on. I think we should save that bit for later on.
Oh, you talk about the motorcycle scene?
I'm talking about the motorcycle scene.
Oh, God.
No.
All right, we'll talk about that.
No.
You want one, Jerome?
May I please? First of all, no. Those Velociraptors were not working with Chris Pratt. Because I don't see them give him a high five. Let's go get this mutated. Why would you try and mutate something that was the top of the food chain, above you?
It wasn't
very large in size. But no, you decide to combine one from. And if from what you said earlier, where they learnt from their last mistake, why would you try and genetically mutate something that learned that quickly?
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, the idea of the within story that these characters would go about and make don't essentially make a hybrid is stupid. Don't get me wrong. That is dumb.
In all fairness, if they didn't do stupid things, this wouldn't be a good movie.
Yeah, the thing is,
it would be a pretty peaceful movie.
The thing is, Jurassic Park revolves around the first film. How did everything mess up? It wasn't a dinosaur that broke out. It didn't break out. Someone turned everything off.
So you're a dickhead.
Yeah. Oh no, he was an idiot. But that's how these films are. There needs to be someone who creates this dilemma. That's what Jurassic Park's always revolved around. It's someone messing up. Someone thinking something's a good idea when it's clearly not.
But this is a whole team that made this new dinosaur.
I know, they're dumb. they're silly. They're silly people.
Surely someone in that team looking over the past files, thinking, wait, dude, the Velociraptors learned how to open doors within 2 hours of being free. We just combine that with a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Oh, we're assuming that. I'm pretty damn sure it is a T-Rex Velociraptor with like a Velociraptor giant head and like really short arms.
No.
Because that's what I want.
It did have the toes.
Actually, from what they revealed that it's a few things. It's not just it's a Velociraptor, it's a T-Rex. I think it's a cuttlefish as well.
That can climb.
Yeah, well, no, a cuttlefish is actually it can hide pretty easily.
Yeah, but it can climb.
It's like a chameleon as well.
It's like a chameleon.
Yeah,
it's like a chameleon. So that is terrifying.
So they made a T-Rex predator.
I don't understand why they would go about making the ultimate predator. Why would they do this? This is a bad idea. Within stories, for reasoning to do something, for reasoning to have a film, yeah, I think it's fine.
It's because people were losing interest in dinosaurs.
Exactly.
It's only in a span of 10 years, people all of a sudden thought dinosaurs were boring.
Yeah. This is true.
That is the most unbelievable thing.
But here's the thing, right? The whole film revolves around that. As I think the director came out and actually said that. Is that I think they initially planned like a scene where there'll be a teenager texting his girlfriend, yeah, while his back is against the glass with a T-Rex on the other side. It's actually saying that people are kind of bored of seeing these things now. It's come to a point where they're so used to it. Yeah, it's like, oh, let's do something new. We've got to do something new, which explains the whole Shamu. I think it was like police your soul thing that comes in, and they try to do like a SeaWorld type thing, right? Go on, Jerome. You want to say something?
All right. If they're getting bored, how rich are they to afford to go to Jurassic Park? Because I'm not assuming that's a cheap ticket for a flight there.
I'm pretty sure it's not, but neither is Disney World.
Why is this woman letting her children go to Jurassic World on their own?
But see, it looks like they opened it a while back from the time of the film, and they kind of think that everything is fine. You know, we're good. We're happy. Everything's working here. You know, we've got these dinosaurs on lock. These Velociraptors have been tamed. We're good people.
Wait, but hang on a second.
Yeah, and then someone went, let's make a dinosaur.
Wait, because in that bit you're talking about the Shamu bit.
Yeah.
The
Shamu. That's
Shamu
what we're naming it.
Yeah, you might as well be.
All the seats were full, so they're not losing money.
They're not losing money at all.
What are they complaining about?
This is a very successful way.
Successful business.
Do you know what I think it is? I think it's probably a thing where they open it, because you know how these, with any corporate type business thing works, is you make something, it's popular, but you can't see you thinking, what are we going to do after this? What happens when people get bored of this? Which they do. I think people are generally bored of Shamu in SeaWorld today, which is why now Shamu has a child. It's like, now there's going to be 2 of them. And they probably look for the next thing, and it's just going to keep going on, which ended up to the extreme of we need to make a dinosaur.
But knowing what happened in the park beforehand.
No. It's like I said, I completely agree. It's a dumb, like, within story, these people are idiots. Which is even why Chris Pratt just came out and said, I think it's a bad idea.
Even the Godzilla shit in the second film.
No, it is full on. It's full on. Chris Pratt looks like throughout the whole film, he's the only guy throughout the whole film going, dudes, what the hell are you doing?
He's their Malcolm.
Seriously, he's like, seriously, like, you made a dinosaur?
Guys.
I like the
just
idea.
think for a moment.
In the trailer, there's a bit where he goes, well, it depends what sort of dinosaur they cooked up in that lab. I'm like, seriously, no one's seen this dinosaur? This magical dinosaur? Where's it at?
Even then, if anyone's that smart, why are they so smart to then stay on the island and try and hunt it?
Well, the thing is, we don't actually know how. Well, for one, right? I know that is a good point. Yeah, but you gotta understand that.
I'd be like, the island. If I was him, I'd be like, the island's yours now.
Yeah.
Good luck. Have the island. We're going.
I would
nuke
love
the
at
island
the end.
for
This
you.
is like secretly the origin of Star-Lord.
What?
So they basically mutated this dinosaur to open up a portal to another planet.
No.
He bites him so hard.
No. See, the dinosaur gives his mother cancer.
I'm saying that's the reason he had to leave Earth.
What? Because there's dinosaurs. Like when the bit where he's a kid and he's like, I don't want to touch her hand. I don't want to touch her hand. And he leaves. No, wait, there's dinosaurs here. Take me, spaceship. Take me.
It's clearly not his origins because he's an adult.
But you
He's
never
an adult in the film.
You never
Point number first.
You never see the spaceship take him.
What?
You never see the spaceship take him.
Clearly, it took him.
Huh?
If you look at the rest of the film, I think you will find.
But when you see him in the rest of the film, what does he look like? The way he looks in Jurassic Park.
He looks like Chris Pratt.
Exactly.
That makes sense to me. I mean, that's so silly. That's like
It's so silly. It could work.
that's like saying Magneto is like his origins is that he's Gandalf.
I'm not saying anything, but Gandalf can move stuff with his mind.
No. Gandalf makes things like he shines lights at things. That's all he does.
Dude, enough of this silliness.
magnetic reflection. I'm just saying that makes sense.
Guys, please. All right, this is silly. Let's get back to Jurassic Park.
There's the guy whose theory that the dinosaur gave his mom cancer.
No, that was a joke. Not emphasizing the silliness. Oh dear. All right. Yeah. But yeah, my point. I guess. Well, yeah, what my original point was. I can't even remember my point. What was my point? We were talking about. Yeah, essentially.
People getting bored.
It makes sense that they would open the park. What doesn't make sense, which is the whole idea of them thinking we need to make a hybrid. Yeah, I know it's a dumb idea. We all know it's a dumb idea. Everyone outside of the movie universe thinks that was probably not a good idea.
And Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
The voice of reason.
But we also got to understand that out of all the films in the history of filmmaking, there's always been something in a film that was so stupid that essentially was the tipping bit of the domino effect that messed up everything else within the movie.
There is always the stupid scene that causes an issue, and Jurassic World will be no different. Like, that's my thing. Is again, it's saying about the Terminator thing. It's not different. It will be the same movie, but with like a genetically engineered dinosaur.
Yeah.
Something will escape. Chris Pratt will hunt it for a while. He'll be all like, "Oh, clever girl," and then literally something will happen. They'll probably abandon the island, and then Jurassic World 2 will come out, and they'll capture it and take it to San Francisco again.
Who knows? What's probably gonna? I reckon. Well, probably going back to what Jerome said about why they still on the island, why they still trying to hunt this thing.
Yeah.
I think that it's probably something so vicious, so crazy that it might just it might have wings or something and fly out and mess up something else in the world.
Mess up
or
what?
Swim or whatever.
Mess up what? I'm sorry, but we're humans. We'd nuke the island before it got away. We'd do something. We have guns. Why are we shooting this thing?
Well, that's what they're trying to do in the movie.
She's a clever girl.
She's a clever girl, but like, why?
But the thing is they're trying to take it out, which is why they're still on the island. They're trying to take it out now. Why wait until it ends up somewhere else to take it out? They need to take it out now. It's something bad. It's something T-Rex big, and it's got claws, and it probably can fly. Which, like, if you look in the trailer, there's loads of people running away, and it looks like it's from the view of something that's flying. You know, we don't know how bad this thing is. Go on.
If I may, there is no insinuation in that trailer that they're going to try and kill it or take care of it. All I see is Chris Pratt on a quad bike trying to find her, and then random redhead science chick with her flak jacket off, now trying to look like Tomb Raider with a random flare in her hand. So I do not see any.
I don't think that's the same person.
Yeah, it is.
No.
The scientist?
The redhead science chick. Yes.
It's not the same actress as the woman who was with the flare. It's not the same one. We can look at it again after, but it's a moot point. It doesn't.
The whole thing looks like Chris Pratt goes and hunts the dinosaur for a while, tries to solve the problem with a bunch of people.
See if they can fix it.
You clearly see the Asian guy is gonna get killed. in the trailer.
I'm waiting for the black guy to die.
There probably isn't going to be a black guy because they're not going to buy into that stereotype.
They're going to bring Sam Jackson.
No,
Someone's gonna.
Sam Jackson's dead.
Yeah, Sam Jackson's dead.
He's dead in that universe.
They ate me. The damn dinosaurs ate me.
It will be Sam Jackson's son or his long lost brother or something. Who'll be the janitor.
I think that both Terminator and Jurassic Park are rehashing things, but with a slight different twist to it.
Well, the thing
I
is,
think they are they're very much the same movies.
No, they're not.
As their predecessors, in the sense that they follow formulaic. They're very formulaic in what they do and how they start. Like in all fairness, Jerome, Jurassic Park.
But they
Jurassic Park starts off with everything's fine. They're testing stuff out. Then something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Jurassic World. Everything's fine. They do something stupid. Everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Then they have to go out and try and stop this stuff happening. That's it. That's the film. That's the film in the nutshell.
Yeah, that's all. That's just how Jurassic Park films are. That's their formula. You know?
Yeah. Now,
and let it happen. I want to watch it. I'll be sitting on my popcorn. I will be happy. I'm watching these big dinosaurs.
Yeah. Well,
maybe fight each other. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that idea maybe like makes sense with Jurassic Park, but it's not the same with Terminator.
Well, okay, no, we're not gonna like Terminator. It's the same in the sense that
it's the same characters. That's about it.
Yeah, it could be a different formula.
We don't know. They're
know.
shuffling so much stuff in there, dude.
To be honest, that's another thing again.
Okay.
Going back to the point of we just don't know.
We just don't know. It's a trailer.
With the same with Jurassic World, we don't know.
Yeah.
And even more so, to the next topic, nice transition, of Star Wars trailer, we don't know. But let's talk about it anyway.
Okay.
I'm not gonna start on this one because like I think this is an amazing trailer. So you guys talk about it and then I'm just gonna be like amazing.
Andrew, what did you think of it?
Star Wars.
He's leaning forward.
I think it's a great trailer. I think that only thing about it, I think everyone was just a bit split on was the lightsaber. Straight to it. Yeah. So
I just want to say this now. It looks like he's looking for his Christmas tree. I don't know if you were like he's going for the wood. There's this little twig thing. He's like, this looks good.
No. What? Because it's a trailer that came out in December. So no, it didn't even come out in December. So it's a Christmas thing. No, it's not. The lightsaber looks like a practical lightsaber. I don't get everyone's beef with the lightsaber.
Wait. Okay, explain how it's practical.
It's practical. I saw this thing online where like people are like, oh, like, because you know it's basically supposed to be like a medieval longsword with a hilt.
Yeah, that's what I got from it.
It's
is
a
that
hilt.
It could
it's supposed
be
to be a hilt.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be designed so you can't get your hands chopped off. That's the idea. That's the idea of it. People's issue with it is that, and I saw a theory about it, is that it's 3 different blades. I don't think it's 3 different blades.
It looks like 3 different blades.
I don't think it is. I think it's one blade. I think it's
well,
one.
If we talk, like, if we look at, you want to get into how a lightsaber, what a lightsaber is. They're not blades. It's just like controlled plasma beam.
Yeah.
And then there's just openings to the side.
I think the openings in terms of like the casing inside, like when it slits. If some people are like, oh, like that's so stupid. Like if someone could just aim for the hilt and chop the blade off and slice right through and get your hand.
You think it won't slice through? Like it'll slice where the plasma is coming out.
The casing is just when the hilt activates it. I think it's the light beam will still be there. I think the casing is not the same as if you chop. Like no one ever chops a lightsaber off at like the top bit. They always chop it through the middle and completely disarm it whenever they do anything like that. Like
you're only referring to the Phantom Menace. That's the only guy who you can use as an example because he's the only one that had a double.
If you refer it to the Phantom Menace, where he chops it in half and then it becomes basically one lightsaber and thing. I don't think it's the same. Like people have an issue with it because they're trying to like do what we're doing right now and nitpick the hell out of it. That if he sliced through, that he'd still get his hands chopped off because what's the point? No one would aim for the actual blade when slicing through. They'd slice the thing off. But that's the same thing as saying, well, you could just aim for the middle bit and chop the whole lightsaber in half from the bottom.
I mean, I understand what you mean, like putting this pro and con, but for that to happen, the person holding that lightsaber would have to let that person slowly approach them, and then just like say, okay, I'll hold it this side, and you can slice them that way. They're not going to do that. No. They're going to know from the outset, from getting the lightsaber in the hand, that might be a bit of a weak point. So work on defending that area. Not to mention it's a red lightsaber, so Lord knows it's a Sith with a massive array of weird, freaky Force lightning powers. So any kind of time that weakness will be exploited, it will be quickly nullified and defended. So I don't like.
We haven't seen this thing in action. We can't judge. We've seen what it looks like. We've seen him bust it out real quick, apparently angry with his own shadow. You know, it's like
what's disturbing him?
Yeah, it's like there is a disturbance. Like, honestly speaking, have you seen that scene? There's no one else there.
I don't see. Might be the black guy in the disc.
It's a teaser. It's a teaser trailer.
There he is, the black
It's
guy.
a teaser trailer. That's like saying when the black stormtrooper guy at the beginning, why is he acting all scared?
Yeah,
there's no one else around.
That was
Oh my god,
that was a generally a serious statement.
Yeah,
you know? There's probably more to it. Like I said, we just don't know. You know,
another theorized thing that I was talking about with Jerome just before we started is that everyone's all like, this guy, this dude, he's got this thing. I think it's because, in case anyone, I don't actually remember her name, but Brienne from Game of Thrones again is in this film. And I saw this video where someone analysed the way that the person's walking compared to how Brienne walks in.
Wait, remind me who Brienne is?
Brienne's the tall blonde woman.
Tall blonde chick.
Jamie. With Jamie.
Who chilled with Jamie.
She's the woman, the night woman.
The
big
bear,
night
the bear
woman.
fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one who likes Serenity.
Yeah. Her. It's her.
Well, she's in the film.
Yeah, and I think it's her.
Is she in the
Sith is her.
She in the trailer?
No, you can't see her in the trailer.
Oh, you think that's
Sith
a woman?
Is the woman.
Her name is Gwendolyn Christie.
Is it Gwendolyn Christie? Gwendolyn Christie, if there's a trailer where someone actually literally like analyzes the way that she walks as Brienne versus the way that this person walks, is very similar.
That is super
nerdy. But also, someone also has already spotted out in the trailer. There's a bit like people have already nitpicked the hell out of this because literally there's a gun on the side of the speeder
when she gets on it.
And when she drives away, there's no gun.
Smooth.
That's what people are already nitpicking because they're Star Wars fans.
Like a Magnum chocolate bar. It's literally smooth.
Yeah. Star Wars fans need to find something to do.
Yeah, they analyze Star Wars trailers.
Besides that,
they wait for Star Wars movies.
No, but like
something a bit more productive.
Yeah, they wait for.
But I think like everything else,
it's productive within itself.
Yeah.
I think everything else about the trailer, besides like the Sith and all that stuff, the Falcon looks awesome. Everything looks awesome by it. Everything looks like. Wow, I forgot his name all of a sudden. The director, what's his name?
George Lucas.
Abrams.
J.J. Abrams. No, George Lucas is gone.
Yeah, we know George Lucas is gone.
And hopefully so is Jar Jar.
J.J. Abrams.
George is not coming back. He's
dead.
never coming back.
Jar Jar's dead.
No, but I don't want any kind of person of his species coming back either.
I don't think they won't go to Naboo. There's no point.
I hope
so. Like the whole trailer, everything about it, I love because it looks so good. But in all fairness, I'm pretty sure if we look back on like the Phantom Menace and stuff, it looked amazing.
What do you think of it, Andrew? You don't say much.
I like the droid.
What, the little rolling droid?
What do you like about the droid, Andrew?
That I bet there's going to be important and no one bothers about it. It's going to be special if they showed it.
I like that. That is like this secret thing that no one's talking about the droid.
Well, to be honest, I mean, I don't have anything to nitpick about it. I mean, if anything, I'm more interested to figure out, like how does that, like, when that droid stops, like, where does the body and, like, the head start? Like, is it, like, a sort of, like, a maglev kind of connection from the head to the body, and that's why he's able to roll to move quickly? I mean, think about the speed between that droid rolling and moving between, like, what's his name? R2-D2. I almost said C-3PO. That would have been a massive faux pas. But, yeah, like, compared to, like, the speed of how quickly R2-D2 moves to how quickly that soccer ball droid was moving.
Soccer.
I mean, I saw that someone named it out online. I'm like, I like that name. Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, in terms of speed, like, I'm kind of worried in terms of mobility. But I'm just really intrigued as to how that robot works. Like, would it fit inside another kind of ship the same way, or would it be like some kind of like you know, you have those weird like computer mice where it's just like a massive orb.
Yeah.
Would it be something like that? You know?
Yeah, maybe.
That kind
I think it's just a little like weird. I don't even think it's going to be like a prominent droid in it. I think it's literally just like a weird scene from like Mos Eisley and on Tatooine. That's all I think it is. I think it's just a scene. I think it's just a shot. It's a shot of a new droid. So everyone's all just like, oh my god, this droid's going to be like the new R2. Ah. That's all anyone's going to think in the whole trailer. But R2-D2 and C-3PO are in the film.
Wait, do we know
the
that?
cast. They're on the cast list.
Oh, okay.
They're on the cast list. If you go on IMDb, they're on the cast list.
Is Mark Hamill in this one?
Yes, they're all.
Yeah, they're all.
Because look, I knew for a fact Solo was in it.
It's theorized that it's supposed to be some sort of like, I think it's, what is it, 20 something years after.
Well, Yoda's still.
I think it's the exact time difference.
30 years after.
It's the exact time difference between when the actual films were filmed.
Yeah.
To now, because then it explains their dramatic age. And it's the idea that the stormtroopers are still in it because there's an idea that like everyone's like, well, the rebels destroyed the Death Star, freedom for the universe. Oh, the Empire would still keep going. Like, just because they killed Palpatine and a Death Star doesn't mean the whole of the Empire just crumbles. Someone would step up and replace, and that's what's happened. The stormtroopers are still around. The Empire's still around. It doesn't look like much has changed.
The Empire's still around. I thought the whole point was they put it into the Sith. No. The Sith has always been. There's always been one, and there's always been a Padawan.
Well, there's always been a master, and there's always been a master, and there's always been an apprentice.
They're all an apprentice. So if you get rid of both of them, there shouldn't be any more Sith. So
you're theorizing that the Sith there were only two Sith. The rule of two is that the rule of two is not that there can only be ever two Sith ever at one point. It's the idea that there can only be two. Like, there can't be like this big academy thing that Jedi have. There can only ever be a master and an apprentice. There can be multiple Sith, but they don't have this like big order that they have. Like, I don't think just
because... Are you
sure?
They can't roll together. Like,
they only roll together as two. I don't think the idea that Palpatine and Vader died...
No, I get like what he's saying, but I don't think that's right. I don't think they implemented this concept.
Well, because...
I think it's always ever been... if you want to be cool to... Like, there's a bunch of people maybe that have lightsabers. Like, the way they introduced in Clone Wars, the chick with the really pale chick. Yeah. She's not Sith. Count Dooku says, you're not Sith yet. I mean, you're a wannabe Sith, but you're not Sith unless you roll with us, type thing.
Yeah, but like, okay, actually no, I think Taha may be right in this respect because I think I've heard some other people talk about this. In the new Star Wars Rebels cartoon that they're releasing, they're introducing this idea of Sith Inquisitors, which are like these guys who aren't actually like apprentice. There's like ranking orders in the Sith, and they're just basically these guys that go around who have lightsabers and abilities but aren't like full level Sith, like you said, like that. So they're introducing the idea that there are things that there are like you said, like Ventress in Clone Wars has all the qualities of a Sith, but isn't called a Sith. Isn't considered in the Sith order. Yeah. I still think there will be other people, and I think that's what happens in the trailer. I think that's what the trailer is. That it's showing that, and even in the trailer they talk about that there's been a power shift, and that I think they're gonna do this weird thing where there's this weird like force shift, and like loads of people get the force. There's a gathering. Loads of people become like
harmonic conversion.
It's like it's like in Korra when that happens. Yeah, it's literally when that happens.
That's a nice little thing you threw.
I do think that's what it is. I think that literally it's called Force Awakens. I literally think that something will happen. There'll be this big shift in the universe, and loads of people.
You mean a disturbance in the Force?
Yeah, there'll be a disturbance in the Force. Well, not necessarily a disturbance. A big moment in the Force where it's sort of like all these Jedi's got wiped out. I don't for a second think that just because all the Jedi Order got wiped out, Force wiped out. I still think there's like it's something like we don't know. Like it's like we said earlier, it's a teaser trailer.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know.
We don't know anything. We don't know anything. From the name of the title, I assume that something happens. Loads of people start getting the Force.
I'll tell you one theory that I kind of have is that essentially goes back to the whole hilt for this lightsaber thing, right? The first thing I thought when I saw that was like Christian Crusaders, you know,
Yeah.
So I thought maybe there's a bunch of people, some kind of a cult. You know, I think there's a bit of a story that I think there was a script revolving
Which is
around.
what
That.
I think
Is that there's a bunch of there's a bunch of people that really love this idea of the Sith, but they're not Sith. They want to be Sith. So that I'm thinking the whole shift in the Force revolves around them. Let's work together. Let's do something. Which again relates to their lightsabers being all crusadery. It's like they all see the Sith thing as a big religious movement.
Like they're Templars.
They're like they're Templars, exactly.
Or like that really weird pale guy from the Da Vinci Code.
Oh, that guy.
There were a bunch of nutters with lightsabers that can lightning someone.
Yeah. Well, there's another thing about like the voice. I don't know if anyone knows about the voice. You know the voice in the trailer?
Just say it.
You know who that is?
Yeah.
It's Andy Serkis.
Yeah, Andy Serkis.
It's Andy Serkis.
Oh.
Like for the whole trailer, I was like, Benedict Cumberbatch is in this film. For the whole trailer, I was like, whoa, he'd make an awesome Sith.
You
would.
You would.
He just needs to be Khan.
Now
just needs to be him.
Now it's not Benedict. It's Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis got confirmed, and the theory is that he's going to be like the emperor figure of the baddies. He's going to be the big bad.
He does have the face.
He's going to be the big bad of the films, of the overall arching film. Like but I think like this character that we see walking through is going to be the Darth Vader of this one. The idea that we think that, like, if you go back to the original series, Darth Vader was considered the most evil guy in the whole universe.
He's a tyrant.
They thought he's the big bad. He's in charge. La la la. Get to the Empire Strikes Back. You're like, oh my god,
there's someone else.
This guy answers to someone.
What is thy bidding, master?
Yeah, that is literally, and that's what I think the whole thing. I think it will run on a very formulaic idea that there's this big bad guy who goes around and he's really intimidating, or she, as I said, is really intimidating, and everyone's really like, oh my god, this person's this, and then the overall arching thing is that Andy Serkis will be the real big bad, and then they'll have to deal with him. But there's too much questions about the new Star Wars. I think it looks great. I think visually it looks stunning.
Seconded.
Yeah, it looks stunning. It looks far better than any other film in the franchise visually.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say it's the best.
That's bold.
It's the best. No.
What looks better?
No. I'm saying in terms of like.
We're not going to talk about prequels in this one.
In terms of.
We're not going to talk about prequels.
In terms of a time shift, like when like Star Wars 4, 5, and 6 came out, minds were blown. I'm saying, like, I agree with you in the sense that this is like kept with that kind of mind blown, where it's a case where it's a massive like increase in like obviously graphics and that, but it's done the way where it looks like they've done a mix of like real kind of prop like effects, but mixed with CG. So I mean, like I could honestly like realistic. I could almost see myself walking onto a set and snatching one of them soccer ball drawers rather than thinking it's someone looking down at someone holding like a little stick and then they animate the little droid in afterwards.
Like I said it looks great. I'm not saying I'm saying it visually looks great because it looks like the originals in the sense that it has practical effects, but it also has stunning CGI effects from the look of it.
Yeah,
and it's
I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm saying I agree with it, like in a sense where it's raised the bar. But the way it's not like, oh, look at how advanced our computers are. It's look at the visual bar in general.
But the thing is, if it didn't look better than the other films, that'd be terrible. I mean, CG's come a long way. So if it ended up looking like Episode 1 CG, I'd be like, oh god, no, what are you doing? Yeah, that was good for its time. Now it still looks pretty decent now, but it doesn't look awful. It would look awful if it was the same.
To be honest though, I'm actually surprised I didn't see any lens flare. That was
has no one seen the? Has anyone actually seen the Mickey Take trailer where someone purposely puts like really crappy?
Talking about a George Lucas version.
No.
God, I've seen that. They took the mix.
No. There's the George Lucas version where they actually full blown do that thing, and then there's the J.J. Abrams lens flare version where it's just the jar with like badly photoshopped like lens flares all over the place. Like everything's just really bright and you're like,
their eyes are lens flared.
yeah, everything's lens flared.
To be honest, like one thing of the trailer that after watching other people like on YouTube like talking about it had me thinking, pardon me, is that I really like hope that I don't know, I can't remember his name, basically black guy at the beginning. I hope he has the Force. I really do because it seemed like.
We need the Black Jedi.
First of all, okay.
He doesn't use his head.
Sam Jackson with the purple pimp lightsaber is above.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to take you back on what you said. One thing is he like related to to Mace Windu? Is he Mace Windu's son?
Yeah.
Nah, goodness. Mace Windu was about the Force. He wasn't about getting chicks. No, he was about the Force. Alright, let's not go with it. Second, like another thing with that is like I'm talking about purple lightsabers, like. Just think like, cause after a while I got like watching all the movies and stuff. I went into like obviously Wikipedia page and all that. I actually figured out that there's actually a yellow lightsaber.
Yeah, for like these assassins.
I want to see someone pop out with a yellow lightsaber. I want to see that.
Apparently, like in the Jedi Order, there's like essentially if the Jedi are samurais, these are like the ninjas. Yeah. They do the dirty work.
No, not.
I'd love to see a series just on that.
Jedi are the police force. The yellow lightsaber guys, they're SWAT team.
Yeah, they're like that.
They roll in Black Ops style. Force balance.
Yeah, it's still stealth.
With hidden blades and shit.
Yeah, the assassins, yeah.
Again.
With the Templar.
They're the assassins.
Yeah, like they pause you together with the Force, like, hug me. Lightsaber throat. The Force.
That's what the thing, like, where does the hilt thing stop? Are they gonna just start introducing like lightsaber knives?
Well, I've actually like in terms of assassin like Jedis, right? Do their lightsabers still go? Because that's not very stealthy.
But then again, though, think about it like this.
I mean, they are loud as shit.
Think about it like this. If they were assassins. Surely they'd have a way to account for any kind of loud noise making lightsaber. As in, like, they land on someone's shoulders, put the lightsaber with their head, turn it on, they go on. So it's like...
I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure even Jedis don't roll around with their lightsabers on all the time.
Yeah.
No, but the point is, like...
I know what you're saying. Like, the idea of the lightsaber is it's not on all the time. It's the sense like they don't roll around with them in sheaths and then draw them out. And it's like
when you hear it, it's game over. Basically,
but see, here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you're not killing this one guy, you're killing a bunch of people, and you're doing it like one by one, and you're going up to the guy who's looking that way, and they're all looking a certain way, right? If you're killing people, the guy at the beginning, the guy at the front is just going to be hearing. What's that?
First of all, okay. If these guys
nitpicking the hell out of this.
If these guys really are assassins, one, I can't see them going over the top like Ezio. Oh, let me just show up with my cloak, flap it, slow motion, and kill everybody. No, he's gonna have a squad of them. So they go in. We call these guys.
Oh,
cool.
yeah,
1, 2, 3, done. Two.
Yeah, just one really loud.
Just someone got like a really big text. Like the phone goes, I'm like, whoa, like Jesus Christ. Not
like
even
an explosion.
That. I'm wondering if they really are assassins, then would they be a case where they're solemn sworn by like the Force? So would it be a case where it's almost like a mix of a Jedi and a bounty hunter or something? Like they wouldn't hesitate to like break out blaster like.
Yeah. To be honest, I reckon I'll be like proper Star Wars enthusiasts listening to this, thinking you guys know nothing, right? It's probably something completely different. We don't even know.
I don't care.
But I'd love to see that, you know, because the thing is, we're not going to see that in these films because these films, the Jedi Order has been remade.
No. I can tell you anything that you've just said about the lightsabers and all that stuff.
I want to see a
won't happen because you would have read them in a wiki that would have been about the expanded universe,
and which
and
is
the expanded universe is not canon. So none of this happens.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that. I'm like, we've got to wrap up quick because we've passed the hour mark. But
I want a yellow lightsaber.
We've been talking for an hour. That's right. Give me that face.
I want a yellow lightsaber.
Yeah. The thing is that I hate the fact that Disney buying it out just means that all the work that was put into it is now not canon. As if, because it gives the impression that none of it's important. That stuff was important. That stuff was awesome. Yeah. Look at it like, instead of looking at it as one thing is the right one, why don't you look at it as that this is a Disney version, this is the George Lucas version? Why can't you look at it like that?
You never know. I mean, I think that might be accepted upon the first movie's release, depending on its reception.
Yeah.
Depending on how that first movie does, maybe something might happen where they might include it, they might entertain it, even mention it, to a case where it's like, yeah, we know this stuff happened in the other part of the law of the universe of the entire dimension that this is on. Okay, we're not just jumping straight into the future, but we're not going to talk about the past stuff. They might mention it depending on how the first movie does. They might already mention it in the film, but we don't know that because it's just a teaser.
Yeah. All right.
It's literally 5 scenes.
Yeah. It is
small snippets. That's all it is, and we're drawing way too much into it.
There were some good scenes though.
It had me when the music started at the end. So.
Oh yeah.
You didn't get hyped to the music. Cause
the music, yeah.
I've seen Millennium Falcons.
I was like, okay, cool, black guy. That's
his thing, innit? That's his thing. They won me over with the black guy.
Right, no.
And all the racists talk against him, and he just went, just deal with it. All right.
I was intrigued by black guy. Then Suckable Droid, cool. Then like Magnum chocolate, like ice cream, like pod racer kind of thing, cool. Then Millennium, then.
Hold on. I just realised what you said. It did look like a chocolate bar, innit?
Thank you. Alright, then the lightsaber. Okay, I'm at a semi now. Millennium Falcon shows up. I'm hard. I'm like, oh my god, it's in the sky. It's flying. Someone's shooting it, but it's dodging because it's the Millennium Mother Falcon. Yes.
And on that note, I guess that will conclude our podcast for today.
Falcon Punch.
As usual, I'm sorry. I'm just recovering from Jerome.
Loudmouth J. Sorry.
All right. So to start off, I've been Munchkin T.
Loudmouth J.
Wilson.
And
Virtual Dick.
Yeah.